Man, talk about an awkward family vacation. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new movie review. Today I'm going to be discussing the remake of Force Majeure, which is called Downhill, which stars the likes of Will Ferrell, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Miranda Otto, and of course Zach Woods. This is one of those movies I was actually quite looking forward to when I saw it was on the Sundance lineup, and of course I just got back from Sundance. This was the last film I got to see at the festival, and after being pretty tired, I still went into this film pretty excited, even after hearing some okay-ish things from it, and I walked out saying, yeah, it was a fine movie. It wasn't terrible, wasn't the best, but it was at least fine and enjoyable for the most part. It made me walk out saying, oh, thank God it wasn't terrible. You know, that would have been sucked to leave Sundance on a terrible note. Of course, though, if you guys are new here, though, make sure again to hit that like and subscribe button where I do tons of early movie reviews like this on a daily basis. And make sure again to comment down below and let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Are you guys excited for this one? Are you not? Let's discuss it. It was about a family who goes on a very great ski vacation in the Alps, but after barely escaping an avalanche during this vacation, a married couple is thrown into disarray as they are forced to reevaluate their lives and how they feel about each other. First off, just coming off the bat, I want to say I really want to see Will Ferrell and Julia Louis-Dreyfus do more stuff inside this kind of genre, because this, well, yes, it is a comedy, and especially after just rewatching the original, because I'd never seen it until now, I can fully say this, that the original is much better, and it goes into many more layers and depth that I wish Downhill had actually gone into after watching it, because Downhill is very short. It's only an hour and 20 minutes, which, smart runtime. Fast and smooth, but I think there was enough depth that could have been driven into just a bit more. And what I will say about Ferrell and Dreyfus in here is they are great. And actually, again, like I already mentioned, I want to see more of them do this stuff. Because yes, I love Will Ferrell's comedies. A majority of them I love. Step Brothers, Talladega Nights, whatever you want to say. I love his movies, and I love seeing him stuff. And Dreyfus, she's hilarious. I mean, the lady has starred in one of the most popular TV shows of all time. And she's phenomenal in it. And I love seeing when she shows up in things. But for me, Downhill, while a lot of the comedic moments do work, it's the drama that actually works the most, and those are the elements that I actually wish they would have focused on just a bit more, because those are the ones that I'm like, damn, this is great. The way they are portraying each other, and the way that this relationship is so awkward going into it, especially after the event that happens and you see why their disarray is kind of going about. There are so many fantastic things about it, and I love seeing their performances in here. And again, I actually thought the drama elements worked more than the comedy, and that doesn't mean that the comedy isn't there. There is enough comedy in there, but this is not a straightforward comedy. And I think many people are going to go into this film thinking it is because of how the marketing is, and of course the cast involved, but it's not. And I wish the film was just a little bit longer so we could have seeped into those moments just a bit deeper. I guess that's the charm of this movie as well, because it is an American version of that original, and you can definitely feel the tonal differences of it being an American remake. And I kind of like that for once, this remake does feel a little bit different in its own tone, but at the same time, again, would have liked it to dig a little bit deeper. Again, going back to Will Ferrell and Louis-Dreyfus, is just seeing them go back at one another is some of the greatest parts about this movie. They're great, and just hearing all the elements that kind of run about them is kind of the fun parts about it. Really, I got a claim for the cinematography and a little bit of the score in here too that kind of whimsical me away and actually made me feel like I was kind of with them for the scenario. It has to be a claim for what Miranda Otto was able to portray in here, because she truly is the major comedic relief throughout this whole entire movie, and she has a lot going on up here in the most horniest of way when it comes to a hotel receptionist. Like, my God, there's a lot going on, but she has some great one-liners throughout this movie. Truly, even though I can say this movie is fine and I enjoyed most of the elements, I felt like the movie just felt lacking of depth, especially for all the scenarios are going about it, and I don't know what it was about this movie. I just wanted more from it. I left the theater not feeling satisfied, or in general, not even feeling like I was totally won over. There's so many elements to this movie that I wish would have happened a little bit stronger, and it just felt like I left the theater going, okay, that was a movie. I don't think I'll ever watch that again, but it was fine. It just sucks to leave the theater leaving that way, because when you leave a movie, you want to feel satisfied. You want to leave. And while I did like the ending of this, again, it just didn't feel like they had gone enough depth into this movie. Discuss all the major issues that this relationship is having. Before I give you guys my final thoughts on Downhill, make sure again to comment down below. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on Downhill. Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? Let's discuss it. Are you guys excited for this movie? Let's discuss it. And again, hit that like and subscribe. And if you guys enjoy early movie reviews like this, if you guys are interested in seeing movies early, head over to Armstrong Films as well down below. And of course, just a big thank you to you and a big thank you to my Patreon supporters, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. Downhill might have been better than I expected from the initial reviews, but I didn't love it, though. and I kind of found it to just be fine. Definitely wish there was a lot more depth in this movie, and I feel like the movie could have dived into it a little bit more, but it still had some good dark humor in there, while at the same time putting a perspective on what's important within a family. Downhill is a fine time, and I think some people will walk out hating this movie because they're going to expect a comedy, which that's just how marketing goes. Louis-Dreyfus is incredible in here, though, and same with Will Ferrell. He's good, and I really want to see more from these guys. I really like seeing these comedic actors kind of take on these darker sensibilities, and again, even this isn't the darkest movie. There are a lot of awkward comedies. This definitely is a very awkward family vacation, but it's a movie that, again, I walked out, I said it was fine, I enjoyed it, I didn't hate myself leaving the theater, but I definitely walked out kind of just feeling a little bit disappointed and wanting a little bit more from it. So with all that said, I'm going to give Downhill a C+. What are your guys' thoughts on Downhill? Do you guys like it? Did you hate it? Let's discuss it down below, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching this, and of course, until next time, stay classy.